Hey, how you doing? Um, my video today is going to be about the man they call Sting. I like Sting. I think he's a good wrestler. I've seen a lot of his matches. We used to get the TBS in the 80s and watched Nitro every week. I used to tape it every week so I could watch both WWE and WCW. So I've seen pretty much most of Sting matches that were televised. I used to get the pay-per-views and everything. He's a good wrestler. There's no doubt about it. He's a very popular wrestler. But when people start saying, oh, he's one of the greatest of all time, I don't know about that. I think that him not having a run in New York, WWE, I don't think you can say that he's one of the greatest of all times. Just because it's like, and I don't think WCW is the minor leagues, but I think WWE is always considered to be the place like New York. If you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So he never come to New York, and when he did, he was past his prime, and I don't think it went as well as. I don't understand you guy. They obviously wanted him to come to New York, and then he comes, and they basically don't let him have the run that he probably should have had, where he didn't necessarily have to wrestle. He just had to show up on programming. If you look back in the Monday Night Wars, Sting basically came down at the end of almost every show with a baseball bat and just beat the hell out of everybody. There wasn't this big thing where he was having matches every single week and stuff. He was basically like a character that just came down from the lights and just beat everybody up. It wasn't like he was in Monday Night Wars. He was having a match every single week, and it was, he was more of a character that you wanted to see more of. That's more of what his thing was. He was on practically every single week, but he didn't wrestle and stuff. He'd just come down from the lights and start beating everybody up with a baseball bat, and then that was Sting's appearance for the night. But I don't understand why he never come to New York. He said, oh well, I never worked for Vince McMahon. It's something I'm proud of. Well, I don't understand, every guy that he knew from WCW. You look at the early 90s, late 80s, all the guys that were in WCW, The Undertaker, Stone Cold, Triple H, and all those guys left WCW to come to New York, and they all made a huge amount of money. They all become millionaires, and maybe Sting's a millionaire. I don't know if he is or not, but I would think if he would have had a WWE run, he'd probably have more money, and he would have made more money on merchandise. He would have been good for him, I would think, to have a WWE run. People say he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Well, he hasn't had he's only had, what was it, 1 or 2 WrestleMania appearances. He's only had, he's never won a Royal Rumble. He's never won a belt in the WWE. So, apple and oranges, I guess, for some people, because I just think if you're in the wrestling, you should have a WWE run if you're really one of the greatest of all time. And he didn't want that, okay, whatever, but I heard he say, well, I wish I would have wrestled The Undertaker. Well, all he had to do is come to WWE. That's all he had to do. So, congratulations on your retirement, but I'm sorry, I don't think you're as good as a lot of other people think you are, because you never had your WWE run. God bless.